let's now put the spotlight on our athletes who are set to compete in the 32nd Southeast Asian Games happening in May. Filipino-American swimmer Jarod Hatch booked his way to Cambodia by setting a new national record of 24.27 seconds in the men's 50-meter freestyle preliminaries last Sunday. Let's go all out on this story with Jarod Hatch himself live inside the studio here in CNN Philippines. Jarod, welcome to CNN Philippines. It's your first time. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Madam Lani Velasco, for making this happen. Great to be meeting you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, great to be shaking a guy who just qualified. Congratulations to you, by the way.
Thank you, appreciate it.
How's everything? How's that? You've been here how many weeks?
Gonna be 2 weeks, coming up on Monday, but I leave Monday, go back to the U.S. to start training some more.
In LA, right?
Yes, sir. Orange County.
Orange County.
Orange County, yes.
Yeah. But how has your stay been here in the Philippines so far, man?
It's been great. I've been traveling a good amount. I went to Davao on Tuesday and did a clinic with some of the grassroots swimmers.
How was that?
That was great. I really got to give back,
That's awesome.
give them a talk about my personal story, and they even gave me a round of applause without asking. No one asked, and they just stood up and clapped for me. I was like, wow, I would never do this at that age. And then, it was all worth it because I woke up at 3 in the morning for that, right after a 4-day competition, so I was pretty tired. But at the end of the clinic, one of the kids pulled me aside and said, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know that you really inspired me. I've been thinking about quitting, and you really helped me out." Yeah, and then
how young was this?
He had to have been like 13, 14 maybe. But ever since that moment, I woke up and I was like, "Wow, this is what I got up for.
That's crazy.
This is worth it."
Hearing a 13-year-old say that, and you're young, you're young as well, and hearing a kid say that to you, saying that you're my role model, you changed my mindset in quitting. How did that feel for you?
It was great because in this sport, it's definitely very selfish at times. You always want to make sure you're getting better, you're getting faster, you're performing at the top level that you can. But when you're able to somehow translate that to the younger generation who maybe competing for the Philippines one day or going to the Olympics, making an impact there, that's something that you can't train for.
That's priceless.
Yeah, it's priceless.
It
exactly.
is. Take us through your assignment in the official national swim tryouts last Sunday, as we can see some highlights here. Of course, the goal is to qualify for the Southeast Asian Games happening in Cambodia this May. Was setting a national record part of your agenda? Was it at the back of your head? And you can be honest, totally honest on this show with me. Just pretend it's just you and me talking.
Yeah.
No, but in all honesty, Jarod, was that in your head? Like, did someone tell you, yo, you could break the national record?
I mean, I like to think of it as this, if I don't believe in myself, who is going to? So, yeah, I always go into every race thinking I can break any record in front of me. Because I'm confident in how I train, I'm confident in how I carry myself out of the pool, confident in how I prepare myself to be ready to go when it's time. I wish I lowered my other record in the 100 fly the day before, but it didn't happen. I can save that for another day. But I was very happy to break the 50 fly.
Yeah.
Prelims, I broke it, and I got my QTA, which got me a bid into Southeast Asian Games. But at night, I actually broke it even more. So I went 24. The record was 24.32 in the morning.
24.32, okay.
And then I went 24.27 in the morning, and then at night I actually went 23.96. So I broke 24 and
23.96, you said?
Yes.
Crazy.
I broke it twice in one day. I was very, very happy. There's a video when I touched, I slapped my cap on the water. I was because there's so much that goes into it. And I retired in August of 2021, so I took a year and a half off. I've only been swimming since October of this past year.
Really?
So after 12 years of swimming and taking a year and a half off, I've been swimming for 4 months. I'm swimming faster than I ever have, and that's really because of my mental health and how happy I am doing the sport now. I have a coach over in Orange County who really takes care of me and makes sure that I'm okay as an individual rather than just an athlete. And I think that really, really translates into the water. That's kind of what I was talking about with the kids at the clinic. Swimming is a very lonely sport. You're just looking at a black line at the bottom of the pool for how long?
You're all alone too.
Exactly. Like, think with your thoughts. And if you don't make sure you're okay outside of the water, making sure you're doing what makes you happy, whether that's reading a book, listening to music, spending time with family.
You'll get burned out.
Exactly. And with the success, you cling on to, I'm great at this. Or the flip side, you fail, like, wow, I'm really nothing. And then when I stopped swimming, I had nothing to, make myself feel accomplished and achieved. And I realized that I really enjoy giving back to, those around me. So that's why I wanted to do that clinic. And that's why I really enjoy doing things that make me feel like I'm serving a purpose. Because obviously I want to be as fast as I can.
Of course.
But that's the selfish part of me.
You're a smart kid, man. I wish this show was an hour long and one-on-one. Because I mean, I'm enjoying and learning from you. You own several Philippine records, including those for as you mentioned, the 100-meter fly, the butterfly, 4x100-meter freestyle relays, correct?
Sure.
Which of these, and now you also set that new national record for the men's freestyle, 50-meter freestyle. Which of these records now, it's like asking which one is your favorite dog, but if you have 4 dogs.
I wish I had the 50-meter freestyle, but it's 50-meter butterfly.
Oh, it's a fly.
Fly, yeah.
Okay.
I'm learning how to do freestyle better. I'm gonna start aiming for those.
So wait. Just to clarify, I didn't say freestyle, right? So you set the record for the fly, not the freestyle.
For the fly.
Okay, my apologies
Butterfly.
for that. Okay, so is it the 50-meter fly, the 100-meter, or the 4x100-meter relay?
Man, that's a tough one. I think I love them all for different reasons. When I set the 100 fly, that was my last meet ever. That was my last meet before I retired. So that was just kind of, I was unhappy in the sport, and I was kind of like, okay, you know what? I've worked this hard. I'm just going to go out with a bang.
This was a 100-meter fly.
100-meter fly.
Correct.
That was in August of 2021. So
Okay.
that's why I love that one. This past one I loved because it was just redemption. It was just, I'm back. I'm here.
Yeah, it's like after pressing that reset button.
Exactly. It's like, I still got
Gotcha.
it. I still got it.
Gotcha.
And the 4x100, I'd say is probably my favorite personally because there's just something about relays that gets your adrenaline going. I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it, but something about relays, especially at SEA Games when that was set, we got the silver medal.
Yeah.
Something about, because swimming's a very individual sport, and when you can make it a team sport, you can share that glory with everyone else. And I think the 4x100 is probably my favorite personally.
Well, you know what? You're young. I don't want to talk kids, but if ever you're going to be a father, for sure one day, you're going to be a great one, because when someone asks you which one is your favorite kid, you'll say all of them.
Hey, sneaky, I told you.
Because you just said everything was your favorite, all your records. But fair enough, man. I won't argue with the record holder swimmer here. Jarod, you finished 4th in the men's 100-meter butterfly.
Yeah.
You did, right? I'm sure. Just hearing your voice and that, there's like that pain at the 30th SEA Games here in the country back in 2019. How do you like your chances now? After that reset button that you just talked about, you're retired, unretired. Now you're setting records again left and right. You're back, and you just said, I'm going to quote you on this one, you feel better than ever. How do you like your chances for the SEA Games this year?
I like them. I like them a lot because now I have a different goal. Go as fast as I can. I think it's dangerous to kind of say, I need to do this, because if I don't, first off, everyone knows, and that's something that I want to keep for myself.
Yeah.
And if it happens, great, I can talk about it after. But I think I added something new to my arsenal in the sport, and that's my mental health, and that's making sure that I can prepare myself accordingly.
Of course.
I think a big thing for swimmers is, right before the race, you get in your head like, oh my goodness. And I used to be a victim of that. And, as I tell swimmers now who ask me how I deal with it nowadays, I'm not perfect. I still have pre-race anxiety with that.
Really?
But it's a matter of how you let it control you. As long as you care about your race and about the sport, you're going to get nervous, right? You're going to feel some type of way. But it's a matter of if you're going to let it break you down before you race, or if you're going to use it to make sure that you're diligent on your technique, on how you're disciplined throughout the race. Because it's very easy to let your mind just make you feel like you're not ready to go. Yeah. Or you can use it to make you feel like, you know what, I've done everything I can, let's see what I got. So.
Just listen to you, man. It's like I'm listening to a kid who's beyond his years in knowledge. You've learned a lot, especially after taking that break. Did you just practice for 1 week for this?
No,
more.
I found out about this meet probably
last minute,
10 days before and I was in the middle of my hardest training of the season, as we call an elevated training block is what we like to call it.
Okay.
And typically for swimming, you need it's very good to have everything planned out, because I'll have winter training camp, and then I was going to my second training camp, which was previously. Yeah.
So have your schedule all mapped out.
Exactly, and then I get told, oh, next week we have your qualifiers. I'm like, okay, and what can you do? Am I going to complain? Am I going to throw a fit? Or am I just going to say, okay,
show up,
do what I can, and you know, I'm happy it worked out. So I'm ready for a meet that I know when it's going to happen, and I'm ready to prepare for it. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, and you broke your records twice, your own. You know this firsthand. It's not easy to be a highly competitive swimmer, an athlete in general, right? And a lot of things come to play, so many factors. But all the triumphs, these records that are being broken, make all the hardships worth it. Who or what inspires you to keep on going, to keep on giving your all, and to just, exceeding your own expectations? What drives you?
It's a pretty generic answer, but probably my family, my supporters. In 2019, I got our last relay DQ'd, and I was 20 years old, acted out of emotion, threw my cap. I was angry, and that also helped snowball into my, I would say, depression in the sport, why I didn't want to swim anymore, why I burned out, because everything was just kind of like, okay, I'm not getting faster. I acted out of character. And throughout that entire process, even when I was retired, my family and those who loved me always made me feel like they always knew who I was. And now that I'm back and I'm feeling better than ever, it's obviously it's for me, but at the end of the day, like, I want to make sure that they know that, I'm going to show up not only for me, but for everyone that believed in me throughout this whole way. Like, I'll show you guys are right. You guys are right to believe in me.
When all is said and done, how do you want Jarod Hatch to be remembered?
As a human being who gave his all and always made sure that he was bettering himself every day. Everybody grows up, and there's always growing pains. Sadly, probably one of my worst moments was in front of a giant crowd with cameras on me. But, I really think that everything happens for a reason, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if that didn't happen. And everybody can have their opinions on me, but I know who I am at the end of the day, and I know that I'm a great person, and I always make sure that people around me are affected positively, and I'm always going to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, and I'm presenting myself in a way that people can be proud and rally behind me.
Kid, I'm a fan.
Thank you
really,
very much.
I mean it.
Thank you.
I'm a fan just listening to you.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm listening to an older brother. I know you're so much younger than I am. But again, we just spoke to Jarod Hatch, Filipino-American swimmer, who booked his way to Cambodia for the SEA Games by setting a new national record, 24.27 seconds in the men's 50-meter butterfly in the preliminaries last Sunday. Thank you, Jarod Hatch. Good luck in the SEA Games. We'll talk about it when you bring your gold medal here.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.